Welcome, wanderers. My name is Shreyan Gulde, and today I'm going to take you through a course, rather a learning process, of how to use the most anticipated thing of 2021 to 2023 that is still going on is ChatGPT. And I think everybody has heard about this ChatGPT thing for once in a while now. Like it has boomed the market and is flooding out through. And every now and then you hear this word, what is this AI and this chat GPT? What is all this stuff? How we can use this for making our lives easier as people talk about it? Is it only for the tech people? Definitely not. Then how can we use it in our daily life, with our works and with our assignments? People have been doing that a lot. But let's see one by one that how can we use this powerful tool and yet friendly to do amazing works and amazing tasks that took hours before but can be now done within minutes. So our first topic today on the ChatGPT series will be on making wonders of research papers, PPTs, assignments, questions, and any sort of formal or professional works that can be done using our friend ChatGPT. Now let's dive into it. Before I start, I can specify that I'm using a TuneSkit recorder for recording this video, which you can download right from getintopc.com, which is a great website for all your needs and your requirements for downloading all the important stuffs related to tech and the softwares that are needed for running a computer or the programming languages or any operating systems and etc. So do check it out. Okay, so firstly what we will do is start the Google Chrome. And then we'll choose a profile. This is a new update of Google Chrome. I think everybody is accustomed with it. And I'm using a Windows 11 background, right? And if you're using Windows 10, it will be a bit different for starting your Chrome, but overall it will be the same. So now you will just type ChatGPT, right? And when you enter, see, I have now I want to log in into the website of the ChatGPT. So this is the website, chat.open.ai.com. You just have to type ChatGPT, enter, and the first link that you get in Google Chrome is the one that you will click. Now, if you haven't signed up or don't know anything about ChatGPT, then you can sign it up and explore it out. Now, what is this ChatGPT basis? Let's dig into it. Let's log in first and then let's see what is actually going on here. So my account is already made here. So I'll just continue with my Google account and choose it to log into it, right? Now let's start it and see what we can go about and do about it, right? So you can see I've generated a few of the codes here. You can see them. And we will do a bit more now today. But before doing that, what is this ChatGPT system? So let's ask it out to the GPT itself. What is ChatGPT? Well, that was quite quick, right? And that was quite a fun. But, so as you can see, it is a conversational AI language model developed by OpenAI. Now here's the thing, this is just like conversing with someone on WhatsApp or any other apps that you can have on social media or anything, where you can talk with one another and can find and can get replies in return. Now here, this is a fun way to do it with ChatGPT, because you will always get a reply here and you will not be ghosted by anyone here, right? You will always get the reply and you will have a pretty decent amount of feeling after the work you do with this GPT. You can call it as a friend in need and indeed. And now let's start how to do research papers and PPTs using ChatGPT. So if you're not fluent using this GPT, which you are not, I assume, then you can just go about and just type in anything that you feel like and check out what kind of responses you're getting. Now before doing that, our first topic that we wanted to do today was on research papers, right? So what are these papers and research papers that people do in colleges, like in projects that we had in schools or in colleges where you can make documentations for the models you are developing, or any papers or or people who are in the research field want to develop a paper, want to get their informations collected, how can they go about it, right? So let's see a template of what we can do using the GPT. Now don't worry about the spelling mistakes or anything like that. Mostly try to give as much better prompt you can, but this entire thing or the entire game of the GPT is using the prompt correctly, right? So let's do it right. Generate a template for a research paper on black holes. See, that was quite quick, and that is quite great. Now, let's go about it one by one. We selected a topic of black hole, right? And how we can go about it. But here we can see it has given us a complete overview of what we can do. The abstract, then the introduction, then the literature review, then the methodology. And you can see in each of them they have given 3 points or more in details of what we can actually implement in those topics. Now, specifically you don't have to follow this, but you can get a guidance of how to start, and that's the kick that you need in a research topic. Now let's see this one. Background and context of the study. Now let's paste it out here. Now after pasting it out here, I'm getting give me details on this topic, black hole, right? You can generate a better prompt than me, and see, here you get it. We get a complete introduction to the black hole topics that we can get into. The scope of the study, the historical context, the Schwarzschild solution, the early concepts, the general relativity of Einstein, everything we can get it from here. But now how you can arrange it out, because you cannot, like in research papers or something like that, you cannot make it just like in a blink of a second. No, you have to arrange it out. For arranging it out, you can go one by one and can check it out, like explanation of how black holes are formed, types of black holes, and you can get a complete information from the ChatGPT. So what you can do, you can just copy paste it. No, there is a plagiarism check there also. So you have to keep in mind that whatever you are uploading or giving to any professional regions, they will check whether you have used an AI to generate it or not. Now we will talk about how to counter that in the latter part of the video. But before that, let's get into how to actually develop the paper. So let's get a topic from here only on how black holes are formed, right? Let's check this topic out and let's make a paper, a research paper out of it. Okay, now let's see how quick we can do it. Now here in the video I will not show you how to assemble the things and how we can implement more and more stuff, but I will definitely show you how to get the informations corrected, and in order to make it quicker, and within 1 or 2 hours you can generate a full research paper that maybe can take you for a week or a month, who knows, but we can do it very quickly. Now let's see, create a research paper on how black holes are formed. Let's go about it and let's see how it is actually done. Yeah, so see, this was what I was talking about. You cannot get directly the entire research paper, that's not possible, right? But what we can get is how you can go about it, like the supernova explosion, the stellar evolution, the conclusions. And if you follow this process, the time that you take in arranging how to go about a paper is much less, right? So see, introduce the concept of black holes, explain the importance of it. So now you can just click in how are black holes formed. Let's go about it, right? And here you get it. You get a complete detailed information of how a black hole is formed. from there, and you can actually give it a quick read to understand what type of topics you have to implement. Now, other than this, let's not do completely from ChatGPT. Let's use some other websites too. I personally prefer Wikipedia and Britannica. You can use any of the pages, or like NASA's and everything. They have given the entire documents of how they are formed. So the topic that I was doing here is how black holes are formed. That was a topic that I was taken. And here is explain the importance of understanding the black holes are formed. This is the topic that I want to cover. So how black holes are formed. Let's go for it. How black holes are formed. Right. And now let's go to Britannica, as I was talking about. Now they will give you a complete information of what is black hole and everything, and you don't need all of this, right, for starting the research paper. What you need is a summary of what is actually written here, so that you can actually gather the important informations. So for example, let's take this para. Okay, let's take this para, let's paste it here, and let's see what we can do about it. Now I am writing a prompt: brief me the content giving the most important points, right? And after doing that, you can actually see, for the provided information, these are the most important points that are given. And now you can actually even work on the entire thing and shorten it out even more. Make the above content very, very short. So after doing that, you can see they're giving it in 6 of the most important points that was there in this entire paragraph. So like this, you can take long paragraphs, make it brief and shorter, and read it out, and you can save your time in making those long readings for researching where to research from, how can we get it. You can get it right from here and use this tool to actually do wonders. Now let me show you what I created using this, right? And we can see what we can do about this entire thing. Okay, I can show you from here only. Right, so here are some of the questions that I solved using ChatGPT. Yeah, I got it. So black hole and wheels. So we had a project on black hole and how to go about it. So this is what I did actually. I took it from Wikipedia. This entire thing was from Wikipedia, this entire page. I actually copied the entire page, and then I said, brief me the entire thing and give me the most important points. And actually it generated the most important points out of it. And this was crazy. This was crazy how I got it done within 3 hours. And it's actually true. You can actually use it in a proper and perfect way, right? And let's see some more of the things that we can do about it. See, event horizon and its mathematics. So this was a part where I wanted to get the detailed research or a detailed analysis of the points of the event horizon, right? So here I gave the mathematical analysis for that, and it gave me the mathematical expressions that I can use: the black hole singularity, the space-time curvature, the escape velocity. After that, I just went for the Schwarzschild radius in the internet, and I got the entire details from there. So that is how I made it in a better way and quite faster. The complete equation I got it, right? Without researching or going through the books, I can generate it directly from here. So now let's talk about something else. Let's talk about stories, how we can make stories out of it, right? And if you don't like a response, you can regenerate it out, and that will be a much better option if you don't want to reframe something. So let's generate a story, right? From the research papers, we will talk about the research papers, and the mathematical calculations we can actually generate it from here also. Now, people from the technical backgrounds who wants to do paper on maybe computer science, you can actually generate codes from here. For example, if I write Pascal's triangle using Python, give me the code. And it will actually generate the code. That's pretty insane how you can do the work so quickly and within seconds, and you can actually do it pretty fast. So with research and also with these technical stuffs, we can do it. In future videos we'll talk about how to generate codes and all, but this was a brief that I was trying to do in the introductory video of how to do the research papers and PPTs and everything, right? And we can also solve mathematical equations and everything, but having said that, I will say that these informations that they are doing, they're all extracting it on the basis of 2021. I am mentioning it like completely, you have to keep this in mind. 2021, okay, 2021 is a year that the big thing happened. This entire thing was launched, and the database, they updated it for the GPT-4, but 2021 is the year when it was launched. So the free version that we can use in the internet is limited to the use of 2021, so you cannot get informations beyond that, and it is using the net servers, or the servers of its professionals that they are using are actually from the Google itself. So these might not be completely accurate, so you have to give a read to it and understand that which part you can add, which part you can delete. Now, the most important problem that people face is that I cannot directly copy from ChatGPT. People will actually notice it. Well, actually, no. There are ways to dodge that, and let's talk about it, right? And let's give a brief about it. So how we can dodge actually this plagiarism check in research papers, and about PPTs also, right? And so to do about it, you can go for the online plagiarism remover, right? You can go for it, and you can see that there are lots of removers that are there. I personally use two of those, this one, the plagiarismremover.net, and another one that I will show you in a minute. But let's copy this entire thing out. And okay, pardon this website, it has filled with bugs and apps, but it works pretty well actually. But sometimes it may not work because these things are actually pirated, right? So yeah, you have to search for it a bit, but mostly these websites work, and it takes some time because the entire text that you're giving, the word limit is also activated here, so it is 1000 for this website, right? There are other websites which you can use actually to remove the plagiarism and it make it a bit better, right? See, this is how you fix it. But there is a problem. If you remove the plagiarism here, now the text is free of plagiarism, right? You can actually use it for making your research papers, but the problem is the quality of the information can get hampered a bit. So how to go about it and how to fix that? Well, it's pretty easy. If you are using an active voice for writing the sentences, change the entire thing to the passive one, right? You can do it online or you can do it on your own. Change a few words in between. Like for example, black holes are regions in space where the gravitational pull is so strong that nothing, not even light, can escape from them. The black hole is a region in space from which light can never escape because it has a great gravitational field. So we are changing a bit of this sentence, and you don't have to change the entire thing, no, just in between change bits, and after you change a bit in the middle, or you can change the tense in which, or the sense in which it is made, like, or reconstruct the sentences a bit, not the entire thing, but like 1 or 2 lines. You can actually dodge the plagiarism check, because that is how these goes, all of these things goes. And if you want to be more sure that how I can actually dodge it without like getting into any trouble or anything, then I will do it in this way. You go to a website, suppose Wikipedia, right? And here you go for Wikipedia black holes. So suppose after following what they have mentioned us to follow, right, that is a singularity, we go to the black hole of Wikipedia and we go to the place where we can get the singularity. I'm using Ctrl F function to get to it directly, and you can see you can get the singularity here in general relativity, right? So just go about it and copy this entire thing and brief it over the GPT. Make this very short, right? And you can see it will give you the key points out of it, and after that you can take it and paste it over the plagiarism remover and you can get a new text. But to be on a safer side, as you generated it from Wikipedia, you can give the references as wikipedia.com, and that will help you to dodge the plagiarism check. So even if you are caught, you can give it in the reference and people won't notice it. This is actually pretty cool how we can go about it, right? The removal of plagiarism, there are websites where you have to pay and get it removed. You don't have to go about it. Just a bit of modification of the text will do it. This is another website which is pretty cool, the plagiarismremover.com, that helps in removing the text in all the 4 modes, right? And it actually dodges the system. And that was a way, but don't misuse it. Use it for educational purposes for sure, and you can do your works pretty quicker with all of these research works, and can actually focus on something new in the extra time that you get, right? So that was it for today, and in the upcoming videos surely we will discuss about how to code in ChatGPT, right? And that will be the second video of our course of ChatGPT, which we are going to use, and that would be pretty awesome, I guess. And thank you for staying up this long on the video. And yeah, let's meet every one of you who have been patient this long in the next one. And do subscribe the channel, and you can give in the comments a suggestion on which we can make the new video, right? And I will try to reply to all of these and get it done. And let's meet in the next one. Have a good day. Welcome, wanderers. My name is Shreyan Gulde, and today I'm going to take you through a course rather than a learning